Evening.
Oh, why is this so creepy? God, I'm not gonna survive this. I'm not gonna survive. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. Stop. Why is this making my heart so... Hello, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Today, we're gonna be playing the brand new honkaistarrail story that just came out last night. This is the newest story for the 4.2 patch update called So Laughed the Masses. So yeah, this is the story that is going to be involving Silverwolf, Evanescia. Those are the two characters coming out this patch. I'm really excited. I have heard it's very good and I cannot wait because 4.1 was super fun. Actually, all of it. Planarcadia has been such a blast for me and I've been super enjoying everything so far. So I've just been looking forward to more story, honestly. So yeah, we have this main story and then I think there's also going to be like a companion quest for Ashveil coming out in the second half. So looking forward to that as well. But for today, we're going to be playing the main story quest, so I guess let's just get right to it. Here we go. Before we begin, real quick though, if you guys do enjoy, please make sure to smash like, subscribe. I'd super appreciate it. Smash the like button. Like, I really hope this story quest smashes all of my expectations and also just brings me a lot of elation. A lot of elation, guys. We gotta walk the path of elation. We'll be elated here today. Comment down below letting me know your guys' thoughts, what you guys think, how you guys felt, what was your favorite part of the story, and also join the Discord server if you want to come chat, hang out, and have a good time. And apart from that, let's just get started, and here we go. So laugh the masses. So yeah, here we are. Last time we left off with some crazy cliffhangers with Ashveil and everything that was going on there, and then Evanescia dropped some lore bombs on us too with who she said she was, and then also from Silverwolf's trailers we've learned a lot about her and some of her history and the Stellaron hunters, and then I think everything's just starting to come to a head. We're gonna hopefully learn more about Elio and maybe some of the Stellaron hunters and Silverwolf and Blade's roles in Planarcadia, leading into what I'm assuming to be Blade's patch next. So yeah, this can be lit. Here we go. Near the spire's peak, approaching Phantasmoon, the fool weaves the hearts of men into a marionette theater with her palms. Oh my god. And I also forgot that at the end, yeah, I didn't forget, but like I remembered, Aha also dropped the fact that bro is changing the prize for the games to literally be just the position of Elation Eon. Aha's trying to retire, okay? Aha's trying to retire. So that was also a crazy. They just dropped so much shit on us at the end of last patch, which was insane. So in this moment, people are bestowed the freedom of elation. In this moment, people are shackled by the chains of happiness. What do you mean, guys? The Research Society of Happy Smiles is so good and so perfect and so amazing. Everyone should just remain happy forever. Philosophy of the tourist. Guys, this would be a banger reaction image. You know, whatever. You know how people call tourists, they call others tourists when they like mess up stuff from their game? Just take a screenshot of this. This is a reaction image when someone talks some bullshit. Philosophy of the tourist. I'm sorry, I just my brain, that was so funny. Okay, chat with companions. Huh? That winking moon up there in the sky, it just spoke. For real! Those eyes, without a doubt, foretell something extraordinary. We don't need the story recap. We just finished playing the story like 2 days ago. Since I played it late. Okay, here we go.
Peaceful days are like breezes, carrying the scent of wheat fields.
Alright. Who is that? March! The moon just spoke to us. How do you feel about that, March?
Wait, did you hear that? The moon just spoke!
Oh, it's like a direct... Okay, it's a direct continuation from what happened.
I'm not hearing things, am I? The master
literally the
relation
moment
is
after.
Hurry, make a wish. It might actually come true.
Hang on. This isn't right. Is it? Oh, that winking moon up there in the sky. It just spoke. For real.
For real? For real? On God, no cap? For real?
Hey, it wasn't just me, was it? You heard that too, right?
I heard it, loud and clear. Everyone on the street heard it. The whole world heard it.
I heard it too. That's why I came straight back for you.
The winner of these Phantasmoon games shall inherit all my authority and become the true, permanent Eon of Elation.
Yo, Aha's just tired. Aha wants to oops. Aha wants to claim that 401k, wants to just chill for the rest of its days.
Which means
Find Akivili, you know, revive Akivili, their lover, and have go find a beach house and watch the sunset. Aha changed the prize. The Eon of Elation just raised the stakes?
precisely.
To be honest, I didn't know this
Aha
was
has
possible.
raised the stakes. The final winner will inherit the authority of Elation itself.
I didn't know you could just pass on the position of Eon like that. Just be like, yo, you want the position of Eon? Sure, here you go.
Are you serious? This is so wild. It doesn't even feel real anymore.
Every time
I didn't know it was a
path
possibility.
has vanished or been absorbed, the cosmic turmoil has lasted for dozens of amber eras. The transfer of an Eon's divine authority. How could that ever amount to a mere wager, lightly traded in a single world's game?
Hey, whatever Aha says goes. Why would Aha do something like this?
The most logical explanation is that Aha wants to steer this game toward utter insanity. But then, who can possibly fathom the mind of an Eon?
Especially Aha, specifically. This is probably an Aha exclusive thing, breaking all the normal rules and such. Yeah, that makes sense. Because the power of elation in general, I keep saying this, is like, because the power of elation is kind of different in the sense that it's really random and kind of feels like it has the most freedom to do things without restrictions, which is why I have been extra curious about Planarcadia as a whole and everything that's going down, just because everything is literally 10 times more unpredictable compared to every other Eon and path, which has kind of like set rules and things that they do. Aha quite literally can just be like YOLO and do whatever the hell it wants. And it would make sense canonically. Have the stakes ever been raised like this before?
Not every Phantasmoon game's ending has been recorded. Many were lost to time, most likely a consequence of the winners exercising their newfound divine authority. But as far as recorded history goes, this is unprecedented. After all, the chance to be an Eon for just 1 minute is already an irresistible lure for many.
But the thing is, okay, for me personally, right? I find the lure of being an Eon for 1 minute way more desirable than being the permanent Eon, you know? Because if you're an Eon for 1 minute, then you basically have that 1 minute of power to do whatever the hell you want without any of the shackles of the responsibility of being that Eon, right? You don't have to deal probably with the full extent of the pain and struggles and turmoils that Eons probably have to go through, versus permanently taking on the role of Eon. Who the hell knows what that entails, right? We can't even comprehend that as just regular humans and mortals. I don't think I want to be a permanent Eon. Sounds fishy. Exactly. That sounds so sus. Why would I ever want a permanent position of authority as an Eon? As opposed to just being able to have that power for a minute. Maybe longer than a minute, you know, maybe like a day would be cool. But as opposed to the permanent responsibility of the Eon is, I don't know. Something about this feels off.
Exactly. It's just too weird. Can you really just give up being an Eon? What if this is just a big prank by those masked fools?
In the historical records, instances of the Phantasmoon speaking are few and far between, and the likelihood of it being influenced by an external force is exceedingly slim.
What's the point of all this?
Basically, unless what the Phantasmoon said is some cruel joke or a play on words, once the games are over, a new god will be born. One of unknown identity, unknown morality, and unknown purpose.
Which is actually really scary, because if someone who is not really, you know, good gets that power and becomes an Eon, do we got the Nook 2.0, you know? But the thing is, I don't know.
They won't be a guest with a 1-minute pass to the Elation theme park. They will be its new owner. They may spread good fortune and steer the great wheel of the cosmos toward hope. Or they may be a god of utter malice, mocking all who stand against the destruction, intent on dragging the universe into an abyss of despair.
Maybe there's a silver lining here. The universe is headed for turmoil. Aha must have overheard my wish.
You wished that if you won the Phantasmoon games, Aha would become the new leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance. Perhaps Aha heard your idea and decided to pack up and flee in the middle of the night.
That sounds like something Aha would do. Aha's like, yo, you want to saddle this responsibility onto me? Nah, peace out, bro.
No way! It's Baseball, Raccoon, March Bunny, and Hime Cat in the flesh! Oh, what are they doing here?
Yo, me if I saw the Chrysos airs.
I couldn't even get a ticket to Star Rail Fest, and now I'm seeing them right here on the street.
Whoa. Where did all these people come from?
Where did they go? Where did they come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
That declaration the Phantasmoon mentioned was about you, right? What are you gonna do? Got any kind of moon landing plans in the works?
You should just hit it with your bat! Send that thing spinning into a black hole at the edge of the cosmos!
It's a bat, not a golf club. Why would I do that?
You smash anyone who stands in your way with that bat!
The way they say it makes you sound like a supervillain. Uh-oh. You don't think that fight with the Daybreak Squadron made everyone turn on us, do you?
Come on, isn't that basically your trademark? You beat the Daybreak Warriors senseless.
Oh my god, we got the entirety of Planarcadia as our ops now. No! Guys, our PR is so bad. This is so fucked. Oh goodness.
We should confront her with everything we have. That reminds me, I've been wondering, the happiness surgery taps into the power of abundance, yet Fulwish seems perfectly normal. Just, how did she get her hands on something so dangerous?
Perhaps it's the lingering poison left behind by the previous Herald of Death.
Herald of Death, lingering poison?
15 years ago, the monster who turned living flesh into his artwork would, in the heat of combat,
oh my
slip
god,
into bouts of frenzied elation and delirium.
oh my god, he was Mara struck.
The murderous mark he left behind, the bloody bloom, was no mere delusion. According to his interrogation transcripts, he claimed to witness a brilliant golden tree, promising him everlasting life.
That's the tree that is in the center, or like, I still don't know where exactly that tree is on Planarcadia, but the one that Evanescia is always at. Golden Tree, Ambrosial Arbor, the Phantasmoon Courtyard Sacred Tree, the one that she said, like she said she was the tree, but...
I cannot say whether the vision this madman claimed to see corresponds to something real, but the possibility cannot be ruled out. He claimed that in his hallucinations, the golden tree's branches coiled around him, drowning him in frenzy and pleasure. He wanted its blossoms to bloom before all, and to bring about that miracle, he was willing to slaughter without restraint.
Was bro like, oh, this tree needs blood to grow, that's why I will kill everyone?
In hindsight, it's clear that the Herald of Death was a supplicant who bore the power of abundance. The tragedy he orchestrated in Planarcadia ultimately forged another version of himself. Fulwish.
Isn't the courtyard in the world in the canvas? Oh, yes. Yeah, oh, true, within the canvas, and then they brought us out of it. And then there's also that like limbo place that's also like at the bottom. It's not like inside the canvas, but it's like between the it's kind of like outside the canvas is Limbo, basically. The one that where we had that creepy aha telling us to come towards them.
Right now, in Planarcadia, how many have undergone the happiness surgery and turned into potential abominations of abundance? It's a terrifying thought.
Blood for the blood god, herald of death probably. True.
Fulwish.
I will take these sacrifices and grow this tree.
Behind these innocent people. What are you really trying to accomplish?
Who's to say that she hasn't been taken over by the abundance, right? Sure, she seems normal and fine, but what if the abundance also affects her differently compared to how it's being used on the regular members of the group? Maybe the abundance is causing her to have some madness in her brain, since we know that it does that. And then, so then in her madness, she believes that this is the right thing to do, and that how it's corrupted her. And that's why she's kind of crazy. Because her actions are crazy.
I need more information about this junior of mine. I plan to head to Graphia Academy. Care to join me? If we're to investigate
Wherever you
Fulwish,
want.
we need to examine the traces left behind from the Herald of Death incident that took place during the last Phantasmoon games. The recollections of teachers and the student records sealed away by the school. We're bound to find a vital clue there.
Let's find out everything about Fulwish.
If you're set, let's get moving.
Wherever you want, Mother. I will follow you. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a train full of trailblazers.
After that so-called dream campus experience, we've ended up back at Graphia Academy. It's almost like revisiting the place after graduation.
True. Wake up, March. I suppose you could call this your alma mater now.
Wait a minute. This nostalgia isn't an after effect of the Sparksy virus, right?
Don't worry, Marge. The Department of Aberration Defense conducted a comprehensive disinfection of the campus.
That's a relief. The last thing I need is to be mid-investigation and suddenly morph into some hopping, dancing mushroom rabbit.
Okay, but you would be a very cute hopping, dancing mushroom rabbit, March.
Speaking of which, where should we begin our investigation into Fulwish?
Maybe the classroom? Maybe we should start with the teachers who are familiar with the situation. We could check the archives. How about talking to the dean first?
Should we go and find Mr. Ryusuke first?
Ryusuke is crazy.
It's only appropriate that we obtain permission from the dean before proceeding with the investigation.
All right, where's Papa?
15 years have passed, but there should be a backup of the student files, work logs, or visitor records, and only he knows where they're stored. Let's go then, to the dean's office.
Ruh-roh. At least we're not in trouble this time.
Say yes?
Ritimiko's father. Father, dearest. We are looking for some records, if you don't mind. Oh. Hello there.
Himeko, there you are at last.
I actually really like Ryusuke's voice. It's... Now when I listen to Ryusuke, it's so wholesome.
The news said you got into a huge fight with those, what were they called? Warriors at the Floating Isle exhibition. And then you disappeared. Let me see. You're not hurt anywhere, are you? I sent you a dozen messages, and you didn't reply to a single one. Do you have any idea how worried I was?
Oh my god, she ghosted him. Imagine not responding to messages. ...
But seeing that you've come to tell me you're safe in person, I'll let this slide.
Father's worried, I know.
If you're really so preoccupied, a message or a call would do, you know. Ah, it's you two. I saw you on the news as well. Valiantly fought, huh? These Megatron warriors don't know who they're messing with. Do you think they dare challenge my daughter's subordinates?
Well, now it feels like we're the underlings of Warlord Himeko or something.
Dude, Warlord Himeko sounds like a crazy title.
In any case, I'll leave Himeko in your hands. Please try to keep her out of combat.
I like how he says combat and not trouble. Because usually people say, please try to keep them out of trouble. But nah, he's like, yo, let's make sure she doesn't go to battle, please. Don't worry, I'm a great bodyguard.
Stop. Every time you and she get together, the conversation somehow drifts completely off course.
What do you mean? We're just having a good time, Himeko. It's fine, it's
I'm fine. I'm good. Your daughter's no porcelain doll. We came here to...
I know, I understand. You didn't come as my daughter. Rather, I am currently speaking to the navigator of the Astral Express. But tell me, has there been progress on the new Herald of Death case? I wasn't expecting the questioning to come in rounds.
In rounds?
Oh, did someone else come and ask questions before we arrived?
The Department of Aberration Defense also sent someone here before you. They inquired about Fulwish. But regrettably, I truly don't know how to answer. On one hand, I wasn't here 15 years ago. On the other, she is still considered one of our school's distinguished alumni. I'm aware that you're involved in the investigation too.
Hey!
I compiled the pertinent documents ahead of time. I hope they'll be of use to you.
Yo, Yusuke got her back. That's so handy.
Thank you, Mr. Ryusuke.
He's so prepared.
Go ahead. The files are inside the archive room. Take whatever materials you need.
He's dad maxing right now. Oh, right, about Fulwish.
To be honest, it wasn't until the Herald of Death incident 15 years ago that I first learned her name. As the Dean, I should have met up with her more often and tried harder to soothe the wounds it left on her. But I just couldn't.
Why?
Do you really need all the details? The whole serving as a model example thing. I don't want to tarnish it completely.
I have a guess. It's probably because he was so distraught about losing Himeko that maybe seeing Fulwish, who was the other survivor of the incident, it's one of those things where he was just avoiding her, right? Because every time he saw Fulwish, maybe he was reminded of Himeko and the fact that Himeko died and that Fulwish, and then so Fulwish is like a living representation of what Himeko wasn't able to have, i.e. life after the incident, because she kind of like sacrificed it to get rid of the Herald of Death. So it's probably just easier for him to avoid Fulwish, right? Rather than actually going to try to help her, which, you know, as an adult, he obviously should have done, but he's fully aware of that. Like, that's the thing about Ryusuke that I actually really appreciate, is that he is obviously an adult who has, you know, done things, and he's flawed, right? He's flawed, he's had weaknesses, and he has done things that are not necessarily, you know, the quote-unquote right thing to do. But at the same time, you can kind of understand his perspective, and he also is like fully aware and regretful of the fact that his weaknesses caused him to do those things in the past. So I just think that his character and the way they've written him in such a nuanced way has been really, really, really nice.
I knew it was a selfish thought, but I just couldn't help it. Back then, whenever I heard her name, I thought to myself, if someone was able to survive the incident,
yeah,
then why couldn't it have been my daughter?
Exactly. He does have faults, but he takes accountability. Yeah, and that's the thing. Even for his faults, right? We can understand where he's coming from, because grief does things to a person, and it's very hard to really grapple with that. So, you know. ... 15 years ago,
15 years ago, I received a commission to paint a massive portrait for an elixir seeker chief on the planet of Goliath Shepherd. They said he had an elixir that could cure countless diseases. By the time I came back, everything had changed. There had been a terrible accident on campus, and my daughter
...
Even though I knew my presence here wouldn't have changed anything. Because of that incident,
Oh.
I made a promise to never leave this world again during the Phantasmoon games. That's why I immediately flew here when I heard about the full Phantasmoon. But once again, I was too late.
Okay.
And the supplicant called Sparksy had turned the campus upside down.
So that explains why he wasn't here earlier when Sparksy was doing all of that stuff.
It's alright. You can leave the crisis solving to the nameless.
Oh, March.
Right about that. Yet oddly, once Sparksy stirred up all that chaos, applications to the school soared to an all-time high. Oh, times we live in are increasingly beyond my comprehension.
Yo, guys, listen. Sparksy may have done some foul stuff, but at the end of the day, she is one of the most popular streamers on Planarcadia, and she got probably a lot of people following her. And also, publicity.
You're always welcome. Other than the archive room, you could also try talking to Miss Dolly. She's the longest serving faculty member here and likely knows the most.
Free ad for the school, yeah.
Then we'll try the archive room. Let's go, you two.
Yo, this portrait of Pearl in the
Thank you,
corner?
Dad.
I am.
We should be able to find the archive room and Miss Dolly around in the Genesis classroom, right?
Look, there's just a portrait of Pearl over here. Lamau? What's up, Ryusuke? I'll see you later. I'm just looting your office, don't mind me. Okay. What the? Find Miss Dolly and continue the investigation. Okay, Miss Dolly. But I want to talk to students first.
I thought I recognized you in the distance.
Bro, I was trying to do the optional content.
It's you.
I was trying to do the optional talk to students content, but then Miss Dolly ganked me.
Miss Dolly, please forgive me for not coming to see you sooner. I've been back for a while now, but this is the first chance I've had to come see you.
Don't worry about it. I'm simply happy that you cared enough to visit.
Miss Dolly the goalie, she actually is.
I must apologize about the mask you entrusted me. In the end...
Please, I can't thank you enough for safeguarding the mask all those years.
Look at you. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, you and your friends look like you're in a hurry. Is there something you need to attend to?
We're here to ask about Fulwish. It is said Fulwish is an outstanding alumni. Yeah, we'll do some glazing, some light glazing.
The poor child who survived the Herald of Death.
We can't let them know our true motives, okay?
The school
This is
organized
undercover
a celebration
investigation.
for her back then. I still remember how she bowed again and again with tears in her eyes at everyone who helped. Poor girl. Though she was lucky to have survived, her parents didn't make it. There were rumors flying around the school saying she had something to do with the Herald of Death. Otherwise, why would she be so lucky? She's the only one who survived. A bunch of scoundrels.
I definitely didn't have that exact same theory last patch. Not at all, not at all. I would never be a scoundrel like that, you know.
She has good grades and a good heart. And becoming famous, she often came back to visit the school and sponsored a number of scholarship projects.
Speaking of which, do you know anything about what happened to her after she graduated from school?
I heard she went somewhere beyond the
Oh.
sky to further her studies after graduation. She had the chance to work for the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Interesting.
Chose to return home and take over Seafell TV instead, which was
Wait.
on the verge of bankruptcy.
Wait, so this checks out, because if she left Planarcadia, then during that time she was gone, she definitely could have interacted or encountered someone from Abundance, maybe Phantilia, though I don't know, maybe Phantilia was still doing her stuff on the Shanzo, not too sure, but either way, she definitely encountered someone who's related to the path of abundance, and then either she got converted, or she was manipulated, or she chose to connect with them so that she could come back and spread the abundance on Planarcadia as well.
Somewhere beyond the sky. Miss Dolly, do you know where she went exactly?
I never heard. However, she pushed out many projects after taking over the TV station and managed to expand their business to the whole of Planarcadia in just a few years. That is all I know.
Thank you, Ms. Dolly, for your intel.
Very suspicious. Oh, we can talk to the students still. Okay.
The new Herald of Death is real! They say he came back to life and was responsible for what happened in Dovebrook. He's not coming here to kill again. Is he? Maybe we should ask for leave and stay home until this blows over?
What are you, scared? If he really comes, I'm live streaming the whole thing and getting all the clout for it. Who needs leave after that? I'll just quit school altogether.
Holy! Yo, that's a zoomer right there. Oh my goodness. What do you know about the Herald of Death?
I heard he murdered hundreds of students here 15 years ago.
Hundreds? Really? I only heard that the crime scene still exists somewhere on campus.
No chance that's not Firefly's VA, and it definitely, it does sound like her.
I don't feel too good about this. We should get out of here.
I don't feel too good, Sam.
If we help the Express Gang, there's a chance we might get featured in The Fluffy.
You're seriously obsessed with becoming famous.
That's so sick. Yo, even Firefly's up in here. That's so funny though, that student. Because the sad thing is, I feel like a lot of people nowadays would be like that. Let's be so real. There's a lot of people who'd be willing to risk limb and leg just to get a little bit of extra clout.
The atmosphere in this archive room is giving me the creeps. It's so gloomy. Almost like we've stumbled into Fixtroll Garden.
I mean, this entire wing of the school has always given me the creeps.
The archives tracked all academic results. Near the final exams, students dissatisfied with their abilities often poured their frustration into painting unsettling things.
It's almost like the story is a commentary on that. This entire game is so ironic.
There's a lot of data
It's so
stored
silly,
here.
I love it.
Aside from what my father organized for us, let's explore the other areas as well. If possible, keep an eye out for clues regarding Fulwish's life after graduation. She returned to her alma mater frequently, so there must be records of her visits. Dabbling in technology related to the abundance. Where exactly did she acquire it? Perhaps her past holds a clue.
When she went to space. Though if it is from the Herald of Death's poison, again, I think that she's probably... Maybe she was blood related to the Herald of Death, and then maybe she was the Herald of Death's daughter or some shit. So then it's like a family heirloom, you know? Maybe the abundance poison was a family heirloom that was passed down to her. Oh my god. The slander goes hard.
Is this?
Could Sparksies really have pulled the same trick again and left you a gift at the school? Tag on the Sparkle doll. Confiscated from the Sparksy fan club's unauthorized late night gathering. Date of confiscation. Reason for confiscation. 3 second-year students and 5 first-year students formed an unauthorized club called Sparksy Fan Club and held an unsanctioned gathering in the gymnasium late at night. Club members wore bizarre costumes, waved glow sticks, and chanted, "Destroy the old model! Sparksicle forever!" all while surrounding the doll. The continuous noise resulted in a night patrol teacher suffering a sudden seizure and requiring emergency medical attention. disposal method stored in the archive room to be returned upon graduation. A seizure? Excuse me?
Ugh, did they really have to put this here?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm taking off these glasses because it like itches my head from where it's pressing. Oh? It gave the security guard a seizure? That is... Yo, Planarcadia really loves their cults, huh? A computer that's probably older than you, living out its golden years on this desk. Search Fulwish. Renowned entrepreneur Fulwish visits school recently. Fulwish warmly shakes hands with students. What did they take away from the speech? Here's what these students had to say.
There are so many press releases here.
Scroll forward a bit. Renowned entrepreneur Fulwish donates scholarship. School makes first appearance in Fulwish TV's annual university rankings. Fulwish TV covers our school's anniversary celebration once again.
The school's annual distinguished student register from 1982 to 1984?
The guy found them so cringe he had a seizure.
For 3 consecutive years, first place was always Fulwish.
Search Herald of Death Incident. No results found for your search. The search page slaps the black text on a white background right in your face. Oh my god. Hey, at least they didn't show us the black text on white background this time around, right? Right, y'all? I cannot believe they did that. I'm dead. I'm dead. That's so funny too, because it's no results found. And then no results found for the black text white back. Yo, StarRail devs kind of based for that. I will not lie.
The IPC has severed all channels of intel with its iron grip. Hardly a surprise.
See, the thing that makes them based about this is because they're making fun of themselves while also having improved it. If they were making fun of themselves without having improved the overall presentation, then it could be taken as more of a snide to the players rather than actually them just being ironic. But because they have actually actively made the game so much better in a lot of aspects when it comes to presenting the story, this is so funny. Search Himiko.
Formal caution regarding a student's non-compliant hairstyle. Disciplinary action concerning a student's involvement in 3 food poisoning cases.
3 food poisoning cases.
Disciplinary notice for a student's involvement in a physical altercation.
Simply magnificent. You read with bated breath, and it takes a good long while before you snap out of it. Right. This isn't exactly the task at hand. At the very bottom of all the entries regarding Himiko lies a faculty appointment notice from 15 years ago. That new red-haired assistant is the dean's daughter. Her constitution is weak, so she can't handle heavy labor. Remember, don't assign her anything outside of clerical work. So read the note in the file. Okay. Also, this Evanescia poster is so pretty. I know that's what she came out of last time when she came out of the board, but a poster jarringly out of place has appeared on the archive room's blackboard. You remember seeing this Evanescia, with ears that sway like feeble willows in a gentle breeze, and half-lidded eyes drowsy as autumn waters, ready to slumber. But why does life slumber? And that fateful encounter. You also remember her leading you by the hand to the Phantasmoon courtyard, the ceremonial heart of the so-called Phantasmoon games. She called you the protagonist. Maybe being the protagonist means you get to visit the courtyard again. Makes sense, right? You are the invited guest. The courtyard opens for you. Oh, wait, we can go into the courtyard like this?
Peaceful days are
Dead
like
ass?
breezes, carrying
Oh,
the
what?
scent
We can
of
just
wheat.
talk to her? Huh? The star of the show has arrived. Hey there, baseball raccoon. Just binge-watched an entire episode of The Fluffy. It's all your fault for having such amazing stories. After sleeping for so long, who can truly understand the bliss of waking up and immediately stumbling across a masterpiece? I get you, and that's not even the best part. Well, I'll be looking forward to it then. Let me introduce myself again. I'm Evanescia, Special Observer for Phantasmoon Games, professional digital pet caretaker, eternally young and radiant high schooler. Ugh, but at this rate, how long is this introduction gonna take? How about this? You ask the questions, I'll give the answers. I can ask anything? I'll totally satisfy your curiosity, so fire away. Oh. Okay. I'll come back and read this later. Planarcadia changes every single day, so I gotta catch up with the latest trends while I can. See ya! I didn't know I could just come back here like this, to be honest. Okay, can I go back? Okay. Get the chest? It's okay, I'll get it later, I have a lot of chests I still need to claim. Okay, wait, is there other dialogue here though? I just want to check out the painting of Evanescia. Oh, okay, this is just more pondering about Evanescia. Alright. Let's see. Can I talk to March?
Open up! Detective March 7th is on the case. So spill the beans. How much do you know about what happened 15 years ago?
You've got the wrong guy, I swear. I'm just an innocent, cursed imagining. I can't even move from this spot. I don't know anything.
Why is March being the bad cop?
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Me to dig up whatever materials I could find for you all to read.
Ribbit. The label of this cabinet reads Alumni Yearbook. In which year did Fulwish graduate? You seem to remember you obtained this information somewhere. Recall deeper. I don't remember, bro. Sometimes a little deduction is sufficient. Okay. 1999. 1989. 1984. The first page is a somber graduation photo. None of the students in the photo betrayed any hint of a smile. They stood sparsely, like the teeth in an aged person's mouth, separated by absences that could never be filled. Who wrote this? In the alumni yearbook for the class 1984, you find the page belonging to Fulwish. Address blank. Contact. Post-graduation destination, Institute of Cognitive Science, Garden Star of Botanical Study. Oh, I'm assuming that's where she studied after graduating? Favorite color, white. Dream destination, the seaside. Favorite animal, hallucigenia. Ideal career, teacher. Messages from classmates. Graduation day has finally arrived, but so many never made it back. If I hadn't slipped away early that day, could I have done something for them? When I look at all the empty seats in our classroom, I often feel guilty for being powerless. Fulwish, did you feel the same? But I've come to terms with it now. The past is the past. Those of us left behind, we have to take care of ourselves. I hear the climate on Garden Star of Botanical Study is very different. Take care of yourself, Fulwish. See ya. Winning first place in the campus Imagenesis competition, ranking at the top for several consecutive semesters, you've always been outstanding, Fulwish. That's why I truly believe that you can make it through that nightmare and show all of Planarcadia, with a smile, that we won't be easily defeated by a single tragedy. I've never doubted that. A new chapter in life is about to begin. Facing the lens of life, please keep on smiling. Sarah. Message from a teacher. Hearing that you will soon leave Planarcadia to pursue cognitive science, I can't help but feel a sense of loss. It's a failure on my part as a teacher that I couldn't inspire you to stay in the imagenesis industry. But as your teacher, I fully understand your choice. To have helped shape a researcher like you for the Intelligentsia Guild fills me with deep pride. I sincerely wish you the vastest of horizons, Fulwish. May you realize your dreams, and may the sorrows sown in the past blossom into flowers of happiness in the future. Hermione. Message from parents, left blank. Fucking oof.
Garden Star of Botanical Study. Cognitive Science Research.
Hallucigenia. Animal. What the fuck is this? Why would you tell me to Google this? What is wrong with you? Mods? Ban this guy. Joking, but also fuck you.
Miss Dolly mentioned that Fulwish went beyond the sky to study after graduation. Turns out this is where she went. Let's go chat with the others.
This is Fulwish's favorite animal? No wonder she's freaky as hell. I thought that was her friend's favorite animal. That was Sia's favorite animal, not Fulwish's.
Well, did you find anything?
I found these clues. You tell Himiko about the clues you discovered in the alumni catalog.
Garden Star of Botanical Study?
No, it was in her little bio, I think. Really? I thought. Oh, okay, yeah, wait, you're right. That was in her bio, and then it was Sia's message right after that.
It appears to be
no wonder she freaky as hell.
Located within
Yikes.
the consternation star zone. Oh, found it. Its property ownership is registered under a specific school.
Greenhouse
within the
World.
Intelligentsia Guild.
Guys, greenhouse world. You know what grows in greenhouses? Plants. You know what abundance has a lot of? Plants.
Strange. The name of the school is encrypted. I've heard conspiracy theories claiming the Herald of Death from 15 years ago was actually someone from the IPC. Given the great lengths the IPC went to in wiping away all traces after the incident, perhaps the rumors are true.
Fulwish was hurt by the Herald of Death. Yet after studying in an institution funded by the IPC, she became a suspect in the new Herald of Death incident.
Okay, but she's not just a suspect. She's actually like fucking crazy. We just need to find evidence of her. Like we have evidence, but she has too much power right now for us to go after her. She guilty as hell. As expected, it always comes back to the IPC. Is that where Fulwish obtained the technology of the abundance? Because here's the thing, okay? If Fulwish went to work at the greenhouse, and we know that the Herald of Death also came from the IPC, then it would make sense that the connection there is that Fulwish probably went to work at where the previous Herald of Death did work before. Maybe she found the research notes, or she got corrupted by the same thing that corrupted the Herald of Death. Because the Herald of Death could also have been corrupted, right? There's nothing to say that the Herald of Death was perfectly sane of mind when he went and killed everyone. So maybe he got infected by the abundance, and then that caused him to do those things. And then now Fulwish has been infected by the abundance, which has caused her to do all these things. And then both of them got infected from the same location, which is that mysterious greenhouse that got wiped by the IPC.
You mean she created the happiness surgery after studying on that greenhouse world?
It's certainly possible, but the information is still too vague to make any judgments. I'm more inclined to think that after witnessing the power of the Herald of Death, she resolved to uncover the truth behind it. That's why she went to another world to study after graduation. But is the knowledge she gained in just a few short years enough to create the happiness surgery?
But the truth that she uncovered probably completely shifted her perspective on what was necessary. Because another possibility too is that the power of elation could be in their eyes evil, right? Maybe they require the power of the abundance to essentially counteract the power of elation because there's something hidden about the power of elation that we don't know about yet, which would, I don't know, cause some, maybe, like, this could be, maybe Fulwish wants to save people. Maybe she actually wants to save Planarcadia and people here from the power of elation for some reason. Maybe the Herald of Death also had something similar, who knows? But that's definitely another possibility too, because as of right now, right, it's like bad abundance, yes, elation. But at the end of the day, what we've learned from honkaistarrail is that every path, every power, every eon, regardless of how innocent they may seem, they are gods and we cannot comprehend how they think. We cannot comprehend what they want, and to them, we are all literally just ants, right? We are ants, we are just flies, we are just little puppets for them to entertain. So while Aha does seem to be pretty benevolent and in a way not that, like, you know, evil compared to Nanook or things like that, at the end of the day, there has to be some sort of catch to the power of elation that we have yet to see. So that's why I believe that maybe these, like, people who are being set up as the villains, like, you know, Fulwish and the Herald of Death, yes, they are evil because of their actions, but maybe their motivations originated from a place of good. We just don't know what that place is yet, you know?
If the power of the abundance used in the happiness surgery stems from the Herald of Death's lingering
and then they got
poison,
corrupted by abundance
would the
and went mad.
IPC, who have tried to hide this in every way possible, really be unaware of her actions? There are too many things here that an ordinary scholar simply couldn't achieve. Perhaps I should contact her as a fellow alumna and have an open, honest talk.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go well.
Contact Fulwish as her senior?
I mean,
After all
maybe.
this time,
There's a possibility.
Would she even want
Unlikely,
to
but
see you?
possibility that it might get something, that we might get something out of her.
I don't know.
How did you meet her?
Back then, I had taken a leave of absence from university due to health issues. So I was doing some idle work at my father's school to clear my mind. Fulwish would occasionally run to the library to slack off. She and Belle always appeared together.
Belle?
Helping
From
me
Zenless
organize
Zone Zero?
newspaper clippings and library cards, all while chattering on about classmates' crushes and the latest gossip. They didn't treat me like a patient who needed special care, nor did they treat me like the dean's daughter. We often shared snacks brought from home and secretly dug out the school's collection of ancient books and paintings to admire them.
Aww.
Fulwish, she was the model student, always knowing a little more than everyone else. Her questions often went beyond the textbooks, pushing past the boundaries of what someone her age should know. When she looked through those illustrations of Imagine, her eyes would always sparkle.
Sparkle mentioned? Sparkle? Sparkle?
I could feel the passion in her eyes, and an unspeakable sense of loneliness. If she still remembers our old friendship, she will meet me. Fulwish is walking a dangerous path right now, and the deeper someone walks into the abyss, the more they crave the recognition and understanding of old friends.
Do you have the Sparksy virus? Nah. Guys, I would never have a virus, but nah.
I want to ask her myself, why has the happiness she pursues become an illusion that can only be maintained by a taboo surgery?
I'll go with you. I will protect you.
Me too.
Of course, Belle, Anoxa's sister.
Thank you, you two. And thank you for your investigation. Though many questions remain unanswered, at least I now have a clearer picture of her movements after graduation. By the way, before we leave the school, there's one more place I'd like to visit. Before I meet Fulwish, I want to say goodbye
the classroom.
to that memory from 15 years ago.
Dude, I just know when we get Fulwish's story, depression incoming. Guys, prepare yourselves mentally. It's gonna be so freaking sad. If Cinderborn is a clue,
That old school building from 15 years ago?
if Cinderborn, the NPC that we met for essentially one patch, can make us feel like that, when we get Fulwish's story, that shit is gonna hurt like nothing else.
We have all the clues we need.
Man. Why am I seeing things? Miss Dolly should be here, right? I should find a chance to ask her about it. Wait, where did Dolly go? Is that a side quest? Dolly, what the hell? I'm tripping. That's not main story? Okay, okay. Hello there. Head to the old school building. Yo! Gift of the Godspeed Prone. See, you know what's really cute? I like how the monsters or the mobs that they have in the school, they aren't actually aggro. Obviously you can hit it to fight it, but they're just chilling. They're just chilling, they're just hanging out, they're nice and cute. Look at them, what a good doggo. What a good doggo. It's nice, because it adds to the immersion. Because it makes sense. It doesn't make sense that they would have Imaginae in the school that are naturally aggressive, you know? Hello, Belle. Oh, this is a memory. Okay.
I just couldn't finish tidying up the ribbons, and now I've dragged you into staying this late.
Don't worry about it, Belle. It was my turn on duty today anyway.
Himeko? Is this?
Yes. In this imaginated classroom, the after images of the students from 15 years ago still linger in their original places.
The question is this before or after the incident? I'm assuming it's after?
Tomorrow is the school anniversary. I wonder how lively it will be. They've invited parents here. Will your parents be coming?
Was it not public knowledge that her parents are...
Fulwish?
Okay, this is after, because her parents died in the incident, right?
Oh, that's Fulwish from her youth.
Yeah, Dad already took time off. By now he's probably out on the streets with Mom, picking out formal wear. If it's my daughter's performance, we have to dress to the nines. That's just like him. He always loves making those kinds of jokes.
Is she pretending that her parents are still alive? Or is this when her parents were still alive, but then they just didn't have a good... Like, they just weren't clearly very loving parents, or they were pretty absent parents. I think it's before.
Then you'd better
I think
put on
so
a good
too.
show, huh?
Because I think after, everyone would have known that her parents were dead. Oh.
There won't be a show anymore, Belle.
What?
Because unexpected guests have arrived.
Oh. Fulwish!
Everyone from the Astral Express and Himeko. I didn't expect to meet you here.
The way she went from her soft voice to her business voice.
Did you enjoy yourselves at Star Rail Fest? Did you grant those smiling kids their wishes and bring joy to everyone?
Fulwish. Himiko, you recognized me at just a glance.
Fulwish, what are you doing here?
I am here to mourn that dusk from 15 years ago. Before making any major decisions, I always come here to sit in silence for a while. I thought Himiko was at school like the rest of us that day. When I saw Belle lying in a pool of blood, when I was crushed under the collapsed wall and unable to breathe, the thought crossed my mind. Poor Himiko. If you had met the Herald of Death with that delicate frame of yours. But who would have guessed? You're alive and living quite well. You became the navigator of the Astral Express, roaming freely beyond the sky, just like the three of us used to talk about in our chats. Your dream came true. Congratulations are in order.
I can't tell if she's salty about it or if this is... It's like a weird mix of both, because I'm sure there is some envy and jealousy for Himiko being able to live, you know, such a good life. But also, without knowing what happened to her, it's really hard to make a judgment on what she's... like, her intentions.
Himiko, do you know 15 years have passed? And my wounds have mostly healed.
What wounds is she talking about? The physical ones or the emotional ones?
Emptiness that time can never heal. Look around. Even here, even with these phantoms, their seats are still empty. Belle, Leon, Xianya, Mia, and so many others. 15 years have passed, and I've learned that time isn't a cure. It's a shroud, binding itself around me, layer upon layer.
You know what that reminds you of? Wait, the way that she said this? The way that she said this reminds me of the way the Herald of Death described that tree. Remember earlier just now when we saw the excerpt from the Herald of Death and how it described the tree that it saw and how it felt like it was the tree's branches were wrapping around him layer by layer. And then that's why he was gonna be like blood for the blood god. Interesting. Interesting parallel there.
So I made a decision. I'm going to tear it open. I'm going to let everything bloody and unforgettable beneath it see the light of day again.
See the light of day? You were a victim of the Herald of Death, only to become the second Herald of Death yourself? You intend to use a power you can't possibly comprehend to win the Phantasmoon games. How are you any different from that monster back then? From the monster that took your parents' lives?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't compare you to that devil.
You still have a chance. Stop this now.
Shouldn't compare you to the devil, but I know she's saying this to you know, step back, but also if you're walking down the same path as the devil, then I think comparisons are in order.
Stop. I'm sorry. I don't quite understand what you're saying.
Just as I thought. She won't admit it. You know exactly what we're talking about. In that case, I can't let you leave.
I would advise everyone to think twice before making rash accusations.
I'm just trying to save everyone with their happy smiles.
As a media professional, let me give you a piece of advice. From now on, when you're in front of a camera lens, Watch your expressions and be cautious with your words and actions.
Bro, we're getting set up.
At the very least, try not to look so flustered during this public exchange. We live in a world where we are constantly gazed upon and watched by others. This camera crew was originally prepared for my upcoming speech.
Oh, I'm sure.
Meeting you all here really adds a wonderful dramatic flair.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that crew is here specifically for your speech, Fulwish. I have no doubt.
Audience watching from your screens, you know my name, and I know that right now, you are watching me. 15 years ago, with the tacit approval of the IPC and the Arcadia Council, the Master of Elation's divine ritual degenerated into a barbaric, bloody game.
Dude, why is this so creepy? What the hell? Dude, like you see, blah, blah, blah. You just wanna... Look at these. Look at that. The eyes, the mouths. Wow, this is a crazy CG.
You and I, the residents of this Arcadia, surrendered a lifetime of dignity, wealth, and time to them. All in exchange for a single full meal. We are surrounded by bizarre entertainment and stimulating gore. We soak all day in shallow, boring programs, achieving nothing. And now, we must live in fear of the unscrupulous atrocities of these supplicants from beyond the sky, forcing smiles as we applaud and cheer for them. Is this the happiness the god promised us? No! Absolutely not! The Master of Elation would never be deceived by miracles, but with pain and blood. What they desire to see are heartfelt smiles. And so, they granted me a revelation. Everyone on that evening 15 years ago, what saved me was not luck. It was not the supplicants, and it was certainly not the IPC.
It was the abundance.
Right here, as the Herald of Death approached, step by step, the one who sent down a miracle was the Master of Elation.
Wait, also, another thing that I'm just noticing, this circle, this sun, right? This smile, it's like a flower. It's like a sun, but also a flower. Again, the plant imagery, abundance. I mean, it's very on the nose, of course, because it's also yellow. But the thing I find interesting about the CG is just now, right? When she was doing her very, like, fearful face. The way that the CG is set up is really interesting in the sense that it sets up Fulwish as the victim. Does that make sense? Because usually when you see stuff like this, where you have the media pointed at the person, they're under a spotlight, they're super stressed, they're super uncomfortable, and then you literally have the evil teeth, the scary eyes staring, representing the media watching her. It's just like the juxtaposition is a little odd, because on one hand, she is clearly set up as the victim in this image, but then at the same time, we know logically in this current point in the story, she is the one who set this up. And you could say that, oh, it's because she wants to appear like the victim, which definitely could be the case, or at least partially true. But I wonder if this also has further, like, overall implications of how everything that she's doing right now is also definitely because she is being a victim of what I would interpret here as the abundance. Because she has the smile in the background, you know, the flower, the sun, the yellow leaves, the yellow bud behind her as she's smiling with tears in her eyes, with a very clearly very fake ass smile in front of us.
They allowed
trapped in a small room, consumed by loneliness. They sent me a mask. They revealed my mission to me. To bring happiness back to a Planarcadia that has lost its smile. I, Fulwish, survivor of the Bloodstained Games, hereby formally announce that I will join the Phantasmoon Games!
Okay, +1.
In this game, I shall win the Eon of Elation's authority. And then, I will make smiles of happiness bloom on the faces of every single person in Planarcadia!
I feel like her current motivation is this. She is using the abundance's power to essentially, you know, harm people, set them up. And then because she's shilling the elation so hard, she's going to try to make the elation take the fall for what the abundance is doing. She's shilling the elation like crazy, but I genuinely, everything that I felt for her just feels like she is trying to set up the elation for a big fall. That is what I get from her character and her motivations. That is the only thing I can glean from her motivations at this moment. That makes sense. Is that she's using the power of the abundance to do a lot of terrible things under the name of the elation, so that the elation ends up having a bad rep later, for whatever reason.
Himiko, don't frown. Smile. I will bring happiness to you too, just as I will bring it to everyone. I won't manipulate the Phantasmoon Games like those high and mighty IPC executives. Nor will I treat the rewards granted by the God of Elation as bargaining chips for profit. We are in Planarcadia, so we should decide the winner in a Planarcadian way.
Who gets the most likes?
I'll give you a stage if that's what you want. I invite you all to a televised debate at Fulwish TV in Seafeld City. The invitation extends to all supplicants.
What, no boxing match?
A Planarcadian way? That's just a way that benefits you. We're not going.
You can refuse, of course, but then, under the gaze of billions of viewers, you must accept your public image as frauds deceiving the world and cowards with guilty consciences.
I like how she's saying this stuff in 4K, but then again, she can just edit it however she wants.
Remember, this isn't just an invitation. It is your only chance to defeat me in front of everyone. Since you believe you represent what is right.
She's gonna make smiles bloom? Yeah.
The stage is set. Come and perform this final act that will determine the future of the Arcadia with me. Or simply leave. The choice is yours.
She's spreading the seeds of elation and smiles amongst all of the people. She's planting that smile on their faces.
Walk away?
We are right in the middle of the cameras she prepared. Remember to be cautious with your words and actions. Let's leave here and return to the Express.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Arcadian Morning Report. We're continuing our exclusive coverage.
Time for some fake news, guys.
Just moments ago, we received some shocking news. The head of our station, Lady Fulwish, has officially announced that she will be entering the Phantasmoon Games as a supplicant.
At the same time, Lady Fulwish has announced a blockbuster special, the end of a century TV debate. She's inviting supplicants to the Fulwish TV studio to discuss and debate the topic, what kind of future will the Phantasmoon Games bring to this world?
What a magnificent topic! At a time when supplicants from beyond the sky are brazenly suppressing and insulting our local heroes, finally, a supplicant
Insulting?
who truly cares about and represents the citizens of Planarcadia.
Too true. Ever since these Phantasmoon Games began, signs of things spiraling out of control have been popping up everywhere. First, the famous streamer Sparksy tried to spread a mimetic virus. Then the nameless
Oh, the property damage! I like how we literally saved the entire school from this virus that Sparksy was clearly in the wrong for. And then we have one clash with the Daybreak Squadron, and then all of this misinformation is like, oh, yeah, you know that incident where we saved this entire group of people, this entire famous institution and everyone within it? Remember that time we saved them? Nah. That never happened, guys. That never happened. You only have to remember, look at all this property damage that they did. Look at all of this. Look at all of that trouble that they stirred with the Daybreak Squadron. You can focus on those.
With so many accidents happening, you really can't help but wonder, are we seeing a repeat of the Bloodstained games from 15 years ago?
And now we tie it to the Bloodstained games. Oh, look at these outsiders. Look at these outsiders stirring up all this trouble. Look at all these incidents they've been involved with. Are they gonna cause the terrible incident from 15 years ago to happen again?
You got that right! Speaking of the Bloodstained games 15 years ago, Miss Fulwish herself was a survivor of that tragedy. She's come such a long way, never once letting her painful past keep her down. A true legend of resilience.
This is truly... This planet and Fulwish's entire plotline is truly a masterclass in misinformation. It's a masterclass in misinformation and manipulation.
Now Miss Fulwish has joined the fray as a supplicant. She must be here to stop the tragedy from repeating itself and to reclaim the peaceful days this world deserves from the hands of supplicants from beyond the sky.
Will she be able to shoulder the wishes of all Planarcadia and set this game right again after it's spiraled out of control? Let's wait and see.
And the Express didn't even exist back then. Does that matter? Nah, that requires people to fact check, and how many people actually do that nowadays?
Reporting news about your own station director on your own TV station? And you still have the goal to pretend you've received some shocking news?
Big news!
Talk to each other internally?
Breaking news, guys!
I see. Fulwish actively issued a challenge. I ran a search. Seafeld City is a port town neighboring Duo-Mention City. Fulwish TV's predecessor, Seafeld TV, is located there.
Clock them, March. That's my queen.
Looking at it this way, televised debate is obviously nothing more than a diversion. What Fulwish wants most is for us to walk right into the trap she's prepared. So, what do you think?
I accept her challenge. I won't back down. I used to be in debate club in high school, guys.
To the TV station to fight her?
I'll go, but not to debate. I'm going to tear off her mask of happiness in front of the entire audience.
Yo, Stell? Okay.
But before we act, I need more help.
Help? We can all help you. Wait, do you mean...
Sunday! Sparksy!
Sunday!
Ever since Sunday was dragged into the Phantasmoon games by Yao Guang, he hasn't returned for days.
I like how I picked Sparksy as the option, and then it just completely ignores the fact that I picked it. Usually there's like a line of dialogue that refers to the option, right? But no.
However, I haven't heard of him making any public appearances either. Asking him to cooperate as a wildcard right now is a good idea.
But what's the deal with finding Sparksy?
Whether Sparksy counts as our ally is a massive question mark. But right now, there is indeed something we need her help with. Fulwish said that when loneliness trapped her in that small room, the Master of Elation sent her a map.
Oh, whoopsies. Aha, for real? So she's a masked fool?
Correct. If every fool has stepped into the tavern before, then there must be traces hidden there left by Fulwish as a fool. Just like
how we tracked down the clues about SparksyCon.
Sparksy. Will she stand on our side?
If you chose Sunday, Himiko would have mentioned Sparksy first instead. Oh, I see. Interesting.
Well, this is certainly a condition she wouldn't be able to turn down.
Bribery. Evanescia, POV. Not long before in the Phantasmoon courtyard.
You just said, as for the brewing storm, whether the turmoil once again is the result of the laughter's mischief. What exactly was that supposed to mean? You mean to say the Joy Seeker wants to destroy the very rules they laid down, the game they wove with their own hand?
Come over here. This fox mask is a ritual instrument I once used in dance and music. It accompanied me across vast distances in search of an elixir of immortality, a mark of who I was in life. I've lost count of how long it has been since I last wore it since being enlightened and transplanted here. But here it is, presented upon the altar again, which means...
So she was planted here? She was enlightened and transplanted here? Because, okay, it seems like she existed as someone before, but then somehow got intertwined with the abundance and then I guess became connected to this ambrosial arbor, which got transplanted here, which is why she got stuck here.
As the game's referee, you've been pushed onto the field. In this moment, you are now a supplicant.
Huh.
For over a century, I presided over a war game in which supplicants carved out their own territories and vied for supremacy, using the power of the masks.
I wonder what these mean. These little thingamabobbers? Oh, are these a determining factor of essentially how much clout they have, how much wish power they have right now? Are these kind of like breakpoints? So because Ashveil did all that shit in 4.2, he now has 3 bars of wish power versus Silverwolf, who hasn't done anything yet.
I've also hosted survival games where emanators took the stage to compete, invoking eonic powers to try and slaughter every last opponent in a single day.
Those are your miracles and points. Hit 5 and you're the winner. Okay, wait, Ashveil's close. What the hell, bro? Just needs 2 more. Yo.
Whenever the Phantasmoon games are at risk of being suspended or disrupted, I will use the authority granted by the elation and the abundance to measure, judge, and punish any violators. I guess you could call me the security protocol for the Phantasmoon games. But now, someone has gone and designated me as a supplicant. It's utterly unheard of. Who else but the laughter could pull off something like this?
Aha's actually having a field day right now.
Perhaps. Some entity harboring a deep-seated hatred for the laughter.
Abundance?
Who could it be? Entities like that. I couldn't count them all even if I used my toes.
Toes mention? Ayo. Guys, it looks like Aha has so many ops. Who has more ops, Aha or Nanook?
I warned that jerk ages ago. Take a joke too far, and you're bound to make enemies. See? Instant karma.
Never mind who he is or what he's after. We're here now. So what do you plan on doing?
Does Evanescia have rabbit toes or human toes? I would assume human, based on the fact that she is mostly humanoid. Because if part of her body looked more rabbit, then I would say rabbit toes. But because most of her body is humanoid except for the ears and the tail, then I would say it's most likely that it's still leaning towards the human side, even though she is a fox. Sorry, not rabbit, fox.
Fortune rests upon misfortune, and misfortune gives rise to fortune. Becoming a supplicant isn't necessarily a bad thing. Wouldn't that allow you to step openly into this chaos, and drag the puppet master into the light.
You're looking to team up with me? Team up with someone from the abominations of abundance that you Xianzhou people despise?
But you're so cute, Evanescia.
That's hardly appropriate. You're an ancient sacred tree. It's the furthest thing from an abomination of abundance, no?
God, I love Yao Guang so much. She's Loki. She's like this combination of a serious general, but also a giga troll. Because this is... You ask anyone on the Xianzhou to work with the abundance, and then they would just not even entertain you whatsoever. But Yao Guang's out here being like, actually, you know, you're a tree, so... So like she's making up excuses. She's joking around. It's like, oh, I totally didn't threaten to nuke the planet like a few sentences ago. Not at all. Not at all. I never did that. You're just a pretty little tree. So let's work together.
Oh, your standards are certainly flexible. The hunt and the abundance. We really make quite the interesting pair. So, where do you plan on starting?
God. The two prettiest girls in Planarcadia are teaming up. I'm not gonna survive this. I'm not gonna survive. They're so pretty. They're so pretty, guys.
How about we start by freeing my friend in the tree?
Oh, is he trapped inside?
I nearly forgot about that. Chip away, little bird. I'll allow it.
General Yao Guang and Miss Fox. I received some news that might interest you.
Miss Fox?
A happiness surgery that wipes away suffering. The power of abundance in this world is disgustingly excessive. It seems the most terrifying omen I foresaw may not originate from the Stellaron hunters, nor from Planarcadia itself. This supplicant, called Fulwish, is also a dangerous variable.
She already has 1 point.
If you can, I would ask that you direct your focus toward Seafeld City.
You want to take a trip to Seafeld
They also look so
City?
good together, guys. Like they're both white. They both have a lot of white in their design.
To shorten the journey.
And then it's like light pink, and then like it's like light pink, red, and then you have light blue, and then dark blue. And then their personalities. I'm sorry, guys. Have I found a new ship? Wait, why do I low-key ship it? Wait, their dynamic is actually kind of iconic, and they look really good together. I dig it.
Oh, this is the part I've been looking forward
They're
to.
cute. They're cute together. I will not lie.
I've always been curious where exactly this secret court is located and what it connects to.
And it also has the tension of hunt x abundance. The Romeo and Juliet ass doomed Yuri. No, I don't want them to be doomed. But the forbiddenness of their two paths. Yum.
Let me show you this world's most impressive method of travel.
Teleports.
Here we are.
Already. Wait. Why are we at this station?
I'd ship it, but Yaoguang already propositioned Pearl in 4.0. Here's the thing, guys. Why not both? Different ships, different dynamics. Who cares if characters overlap between ships? The way I treat ships and characters is I always like see them separately. I will ship the same character with like 5 different people. I don't care. If I want to read one ship, I'll read one ship. If I want to see like a different ship with the same character, I'll read a different ship with the same character. Doesn't matter to me.
Because naturally, we're taking the express to get where we're going.
I'm just there for the character dynamics and stories, so.
All that buildup, and this is your idea of an impressive method of travel?
I cannot believe Evanescia just brought us to the subway and then said, yo, check this out.
Well, what else? That's why I said you've definitely never seen this before. It's the Bullet Worm Express. I bet you've never taken a ride on this.
You're the arbitrator of the Phantasmoon games. For crying out loud. Don't you have a cooler way of getting around?
Yo, Yao Guang! Why are you looking down on public transit? This shit would get you cancelled, girl!
You're a great general of the Cianzhou for crying out loud. Don't you have a cooler way to get around?
Like, look at them, they're so cute. They're so funny.
Fine, fine. For the first time in my life, I finally know what it feels like to be the fool.
She's calling her broke? Her and me both. Pearls with Fridge Man though? Again, why not both?
Hey, you got any money on you? Spot me a ticket, would ya?
That's the second time.
Oh! Wait, can I trial her? Yo, let me trial her! What the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Goodbye, Sunday. Wait, I have to put Yao Guang in too! Shit. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Guys, this is the team of all time. You ain't never seen a team comp like this. I bet you that. I can guarantee you that. Where is Yao Guang? Am I blind? Oh, there she is.
Though I can't see.
You ain't never seen a team line up like this. Okay. There's no optional stuff, I don't think.
Petals fall without a trace. Petals fall without a trace.
Oh, she's so pretty. Look at her.
Petals fall without a trace.
Oh my gosh. I need her. I need her bad, bad. Bye, Cyrene. Don't worry. She'll come back.
Oh, wait, Cianzhou Diviner. Are you mesmerized by the scenery? Or is there something in your divinations weighing on your mind?
After casting divinations 1,000 times, one may learn to keep a still heart. Yet, each foreseen omen of doom still clouds the inner lake with gathering shadows. That is why, before divining, I usually wipe clean my mind's eye to clear away stray thoughts, lest the outcome be disturbed.
Take a word of advice from someone slightly.
Maybe it's nothing new to you. If we treat every approaching calamity like a final reckoning, wouldn't an infinite lifespan turn into prolonged suffering?
Yo, Evanescia therapy time?
Enjoy the present. Indeed. Yet, worldly joys are fleeting as morning dew, while our duties are as immovable as heavy mountains.
Diviners often miss the fun right in front of them because they foresee tomorrow's suffering. But have you ever thought about this? That so-called suffering of tomorrow might just be the poisonous fruit sown by you being terrified today. It is precisely because we know the ending that every scene along the way is so precious and unique, isn't it?
Stop. Why is this making my heart so... I think it's the music too. This BGM's really nice. But it's like just their characters complement each other so well in the sense I'm not even shipping anymore. I mean just like dynamic wise. Like because Yao Guang, right? They have such contrasting views on how to live life. Yao Guang, obviously, she has this kind of, in a way, fatalistic view of the world and herself and her role within it. Whereas Evanescia, she has also, because they both lived for so long, right? They've both been through so many things. Being able to see Evanescia's POV and how, I guess, different it is and how much it contrasts to Yao Guang's here is really lovely. Because I'm sure this is resonating very much with Yao Guang and helping her maybe kind of come to understand a different perspective on life.
Look at this harbor before us. When I first set foot here, all these streets, the fishing boats, the people, none of them existed.
And it's also kind of sad too, right? Because Evanescia has seen so much. She's probably also seen so much pain and suffering as well. But then having two people who have been through so many things, living this long life with those same struggles of having that really longevity, and then being able to see the contrast between how they are able to really, I guess, come to terms with it and the way they interpret the world. It just resonates a lot. Not just with Yao Guang as a character, but like with me as a person too.
As far as the eye could see, there was only fire.
Because it's so easy to focus on the hardships and the things that are immediately, you know, making you very unhappy. But then Evanescia and her entire mindset, it's really nice to be able to remind yourself that at the end of the day, it's the whole pessimist versus optimist type of idea. My brain automatically, I do have a pretty pessimistic point of view, but then I also try really hard to remind myself to try to look at it from an optimist's point of view too. Anything that happens, yes, my knee-jerk reaction is to be pessimistic, but when I give myself that reminder and give myself the perspective of, okay, I feel this way, but also, you know, there are upsides, there are things that I can appreciate from this thing that makes me upset. That in itself helps me feel less upset about it and also puts it a bit more into a more reasonable perspective that is not as emotionally driven, which can definitely, you know, be really helpful sometimes when trying to deal with things in life. So this is really sweet.
The seas had been vaporized, leaving only fractured seabeds and ash that blotted out the sun. The demonic legions from beyond still hadn't departed, and the waves that would surge into Dovebrook had, in that moment, not yet arrived. Just on the mountain over there, a painter and I looked out at the iron-red scars on the earth. She told me, that which vanishes is bound to return. She swore to use her brush to preserve everything claimed by the destruction.
Graphia! She's talking about Graphia!
It seems she succeeded.
And so, I too shall keep my promise to her, maintaining the course of the Phantasmoon games until the sands of time slip away. With every descent into this game's cycles, I shall enjoy myself to the fullest. Like sipping tea, be it sweet or bitter, I shall savor the flavor of every instant. To do otherwise would be a disservice to the people and things that have passed.
To savor a fleeting moment against the backdrop of eternity. Naturally, the flavor is profound. A pity, though. Even as a long-life species, my time is brief compared to yours. As a Xianzhou native, the karma I carry is far too heavy. I could never learn how to be as carefree as you. Miss Evanescia, what to you is a game to be savored, is a life and death reality for the living beings of Planarcadia?
Alright then. Next up, I'm entering brooding and edgy serious mode.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, the way she laughed! Oh my god, I wish they told Ari to like laugh and giggle a little bit there. Cause you saw the animation, she chuckled a bit. That would have been so cute. Oh.
I shall use the Eye of Ishvara to divine the fates of the people in Seafeld City. If they face imminent catastrophe, a red fate slip will be hanging above their heads. The rainbow surveys the heavens, perceiving 1,000 forms. Across the meridians of destiny, the jade abacus reveals its script. The celestial eye opens and shuts as calamity and fortune reveal themselves.
Oh, and one last thing before we continue on, like in this next part probably, is like the contrast between Yao Guang and Evanescia's characters. Another thing I just really like is the fact that both of them, when it comes to their general forward-facing persona, they are both pretty unserious as characters in the way that they present themselves to others, right? Evanescia is, you know, she's super happy-go-lucky. Yao Guang, she's very kind of trolly. She's kind of doing whatever she wants, unbothered queen type vibe. But then at their root, they have still such differences between the reasons why they act that way and the reasons why they choose to be a bit more carefree in their general persona versus when they get serious and the ways that they handle being serious. Like just the contrast between them two, like the personalities and this entire interaction, it really lets both of their personalities shine a lot to see that contrast, and it's just
Calamity looms overhead. The crimson slip is cast.
Oh, any reds?
Mr. Sunday will share my insight with you through the spirit bird, Miss Evanescia. Please, bear witness.
Is that their fate hanging over their heads?
Precisely. Come on, let's take a closer look. Odd. Why do these people have wheel slips hanging over their heads?
Like looking at their characters, they just kind of seem like having those perspectives, their each individual perspectives, kind of being able to see that opposing perspective from each of their sides and each of the POVs, I think is something that's probably really important for both of them to grow as individuals. You know, being able to see someone's mindset that is so opposite to them in a lot of ways.
Astral Express, boo! Get out of Seafeld City! Astral Express, boo! Get out of Planarcadia!
Oh, good afternoon. Would you two lovely young ladies care to join us in protest for the bright future of Seafeld City?
Silas from Love and Deep Space. I could not believe you just called this guy Silas. Oh, that was... That's pretty iconic. That's pretty iconic. I won't lie.
Hey, Pops. You guys are grinning like it's a holiday festival, but your slogans sound so fierce. Doesn't that feel a bit weird?
Yo, Silas from Love and Deep Space and Shrek had a baby. Not Shrek. Fuck. Barney. Thanos.
Now that's real happiness etiquette.
Silas from Love and Deep Space and Thanos just had a baby, and this is their child.
We won't let anyone ruin this serenity. Come on, ma'am. Wave a flag with us. You'll feel better in no time.
Boo, Astral Express. Down with these radicals.
Their emotions are so synchronized. It's like they rehearsed it. This kind of happiness feels like some compulsory routine.
Their smile sent shivers down my spine. Hey, wasn't it your Director Fulwish who invited the Astral Express crew here to debate? Showing your guests away like this is hardly polite.
Yo, clock him.
You're from the Astral Express, aren't you?
Oh. Why is the kid filming us?
Hey, so do I really look that much like a nameless? It's not like I have a boarding pass stuck to my face.
Oh my gosh, she's such a fangirl. I love her so much.
What are you so happy about?
Just look at you, dyeing your hair like that at such a young age, instead of doing something decent with yourself. You're no better than that bunny on the Astral Express. Anyone could tell you're not from around here.
Oh, do they know? I like how this guy said dyeing her hair. Her hair is pink. Like there aren't 10 billion people on this planet who also have crazy hair colors.
Hey, jerk! It's not dyed. And for the record, March Bunny is adorable. Wait, what happened to all those happy smiles on your faces before? How did you flip the switch so fast?
Bro, your hair is white? On God. Wait, that's even funnier because your username is Finon's wife.
You people from beyond the sky. You just don't understand our happiness. If you keep causing trouble, don't blame us if we get nasty.
My apologies. My little sister is young and doesn't know better. We'll be on our way.
She doesn't know better. Right, Evanescia? You don't know.
Who are you kidding? Sisters? You two aren't even the same species.
Oh. How do you know? Huh? Are you being racist?
Cause any more trouble and I'll call a whole boatload of Ploos to toss you both into the sea as fish food.
You're saying people from different species cannot be siblings? What if they just have a different parent? What if the what if the fox ears are just a recessive gene that did not carry through into Yao Guang, huh? Huh? Are you profiling right now? Are you profiling us? That's fucked up. That's not very happy smiles of you. Nuh-uh. Die. Okay. Alright. Let's go interact with some, much more cultured individuals. Of course. Of course. Let's go in here. We'll do the optional accept the TV interview. The last time I accepted a TV interview, it got completely evil edited, so I don't know if I should do that, but I mean, I gotta do the optional content, so we'll see.
Immaculate. This is Fulwish TV's Happiness on the Street, bringing you real smiles straight from the streets of Seafeld.
Wait. Talking about Evanescia's look when he looks like this? Yeah, all you need to do is put a wig, put a white wig on him. Give him a weave. Give him the white weave, and then it's the same picture. It's the same picture.
You two look like visitors from afar. I take it you're also following Planarcadia's grand event, the Phantasmoon Games?
Of course we're following it. It's not every day you see something this lively.
That's great. We've noted many echoing widespread concerns that the Astral Express's intervention is dragging our sacred Phantasmoon Games into a quagmire of competition with outsiders. What are your thoughts on this?
Widespread concerns? Mr. Reporter, I suspect your question already comes neatly packaged with its own answer.
Judging motives is futile. What we want to be focusing on is the real-life consequences of our actions.
Playable Rendell confirmed.
Oh, that's so deep! Many Seafelders feel that rather than any IPC vision of prosperity, it's the healing smiles, healing Arcadias proposed by Lady Fulwish that is the more
Proposed by Lady
grounded
Fulwish,
future
of course.
we desperately need. What is your take on this?
If the happiness comes at the cost of stripping away the perception of all pain, then it calls into scrutiny just how authentic such a happiness really is.
Clock it!
Exactly. By that logic, eating candy until your teeth fall out counts as happiness too, right? I mean, hey, at least it tasted sweet.
That's a very vivid analogy. Finally, a hypothetical question. If you had to choose, do you believe the preservation defined by outsiders or the happiness advocated by Miss Fulwish better represents the future of Planarcadia?
For the Amber Lord. All for the Amber Lord, okay?
The real future has never existed within such a narrow dichotomy. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Thank you both for sharing. Have a wonderful day.
Is this Jing Yuan's VA? It's probably Sai. It's probably Sai.
All defensive answers, not a single morsel. This whole segment is wasted.
This is 100%
We'll find some
Sai.
citizens who can chuck us a few happiness testimonials to pad out the reel.
Nah, that's him. He is him. We had Jing Yuan interviewing Yao Guang.
A wheel slip? This one's a lucky wheel too.
Isn't that a good thing?
Hello, friendly
Welcome.
shopkeeper.
Come try our happiness soda. One sip, and you'll be as lucky as Director Fulwish all day long.
Why is it always Fulwish? Doesn't she work in media? What's that got to do with soda?
Well, she's also a celebrity, so.
Oh, you're an outsider. You wouldn't know. Director Fulwish is Seafeld City's pride and joy. She grew up just a street over. She's a true daughter of Seafeld.
Wait, I thought she grew up in Dovebrook District. Or was that only Himiko?
Can you imagine? After that terrible disaster 15 years ago, that child lost her whole family. Just a little kid. Truly heartbreaking. But she did herself proud. She pulled herself through it all, relying on sheer grit and optimism. Fulwish TV, back then it was still called Seafeld TV, even produced a special documentary about her called A Smile Against Adversity. I can't even tell you how many people were touched by it.
Himiko is part of the Graphia family from Dovebrook. Fulwish is just Fulwish. Okay. I guess my brain just interpreted something from before as Fulwish also lived in Dovebrook, but I guess it was just Himiko.
And now, despite all her success, she hasn't forgotten to bring happiness to everyone. It's just amazing.
Do you really feel happy right now?
Of course. Just look at how happy I am. It's all thanks to the Research Society
What's that
Happy
sound?
Smiles and Miss Fulwish. She not only supports the local economy, but she's brought with her a positive attitude toward life. We can all be just like her. Forget about all those painful memories from the past and just be happy every single day. Well, if you ask me, only someone who's come from suffering like her can truly want what's best for all of us. She's the one who could deal with all those outsider supplicants running amok and bring glory to our people. Come on, why don't you try some? It's on the house. You simply have to experience the unique taste of happiness that we have here in Seafeld. Guaranteed to make you forget all your troubles.
Yo, is bro selling abundance brownies?
This Fulwish really is something else.
Imagine.
And this is also a wheel.
Imagine instead of weed, we got abundance brownies about abundance edibles. That would be crazy work. Like, actually.
Bid farewell to painful memories and embrace the eternal now. Let the smile of happiness become your only truth. Follow Master Fulwish's path, embrace rebirth, and you and I can both become the happiest people in this Arcadia.
How very strange. No matter how many times I perform the divination, the signs hovering above the passers-by in Seafeld City are all wheels, signifying peace. Is my Eye of Ishvar suffering interference from a supplicant's abilities here? But how is that possible?
I guess maybe the people who have undergone the surgery, they don't actually feel suffering because they have been lobotomized. They have been lobotomized, so they do not understand what suffering is because they no longer feel anything.
I actually think your judgment is looking more and more likely. The pedestrians on the roadside, the fishermen at the port, the shopkeepers on the street, and the ones preaching happiness. From the moment I entered this port city, I felt it. Something stirring gently within them, resonating with the same essence I carry.
They don't feel suffering, so they can't get woed.
This entity is far too faint. I can scarcely feel its strength. It was once shattered to nothing, crushed into powder, burned down to ash, nearly extinguished. But it has no concept of death, and so it simply went to sleep. It quietly lurks, waiting for the farmer to scatter it across the fields. Given time, it will inevitably wake up again.
Oh my god. Iron Tomb 2.0. There is a fucking emanator or some shit trapped in Planarcadia. There's like an emanator or abomination of abundance trapped here. And Fulwish is trying to feed it. She is spreading the abundance in people's brains, basically acting as seeds, so that I'm assuming whatever abundance resides here will be able to, like, I guess, suck their life energy or whatnot later when it awakens. So she's like feeding it power, so then when it gets enough power and awakens, and then it's like GG planet, GG aha. The torn canvas, maybe? Yeah, maybe that thing that was trying to suck us in, that was trying to like bring us, that was calling to us, the evil aha thingy mabobber, which I don't know, I don't think it's aha, but that was trying to, it needs people to feast off of, it needs life force to feast off of.
I believe most people in this city must have undergone the happiness surgery. Just
oh my god,
at the spectacle the Smile Society is putting on over there.
Bro, I didn't even think about that because I just assumed that that even if there was something stuck here, it's not that it necessarily needs to feed, right? It just, maybe it's being suppressed. So then, I mean, I guess it could be being suppressed, and then now it's trying to break free by gaining more power again. But
at the courtyard, you once said, "Fortune rests upon misfortune."
A great calamity for some. But for others, perhaps a turning point leading to ultimate bliss. There really is something that lets people survive apocalyptic disaster, then a wheel slip hanging above their heads would be only fitting. However, those who survive will no longer be human.
By that time, there won't be any need for a general of the Xianzhou to petition an audience. The gaze of the hunt will be firmly locked on this place. Follow me.
What's your plan?
My plan? As the referee of the Phantasmoon Games, former referee, I mean, when faced with a supplicant who blatantly breaks the rules and dispenses blessings on a whim, the only thing I can do is issue an executive ruling.
wait, what if the motivation is to essentially spread the abundance so much that Lan turns its eye and then essentially destroys Planarcadia, which I would subsequently maybe destroy Aha? I don't know how that would work specifically, but like the three eons that will definitely be involved here, because you know in Amphorius, right, we had the 3 different paths. Here are the 3 paths are obviously abundance, elation, and I definitely think the hunt will be involved in a pretty direct way later. I think Lan will definitely be involved somehow. Whether Lan is like the end goal that people here are going for, or Lan will be collateral damage, I don't know. I just feel like it can't just be between abundance and elation. I think that there's definitely some motivation to involve other eons as well, or at least use other eons for some reason. Maybe spreading the abundance is a way to get Lan to look towards Planarcadia and strike it down, subsequently maybe weakening Aha. Because I can understand the perspective of, let's say, Fulwish, right? Fulwish, she feels scorned by the elation because the elation didn't do anything to prevent her parents and prevent the incident from occurring, the tragedy. And then also, on the flip side, you could even interpret it as the elation is what caused that incident to occur, because Aha didn't intervene when that tragedy was occurring during the games that Aha set up, right? So maybe Fulwish blames Aha and the elation for what occurred and what happened with her friends and all of her friends dying, which is why she is now trying to take down Aha in a certain way, maybe? I'm just spitballing.
So, this so-called ruling, does it involve summoning a bolt of lightning from the sky to just zap Fulwish dead out of nowhere?
It's nothing so violent. For my judgment, I must first retrieve the sacred instrument. Only by using
Sacred
it to
instrument?
measure the supplicant's crimes can we sever her power. It's like we're almost there.
Oh, whoops. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to walk that fast. It's like a what? Shit, I need to know. Oh, fuck. I need to know what she said there. It's like a... She said it's like a branch to do something about a supplicant's power?
Is this it? You keep this sacred instrument out here in broad daylight? Aren't you worried someone might make it disappear?
Hold your horses. We've still got a ways to go. As for my precious measuring instrument, do you really think I'd just
Wait, is it her
lying
ruler?
around in the middle of nowhere?
Is her measuring instrument literally her ruler sword? It's like a gardener pruning branches. That's what you missed. Oh, okay. Thank you. If Lan sets her sight on Planarcadia, wouldn't it be nothing but destruction? Oh, cause Phantilia would come? Hey, Phantilia 2.0?
With all due respect, there is no path ahead.
Phantilia's grand return in Planarcadia?
I get it. It's probably just an optical illusion. Extraordinary beings like you always love pulling that. The path only opens to the destined trick. What's next? A secret passphrase? Do I find a stone matrix and jump through it? Or maybe, do you sing a little song, wave your hand, and the trees just obediently stand up and split into 2 neat rows?
It's gonna be something really obvious.
I know Woof Woof Dawn. I don't have that kind of skill. A long time ago, I raised a floating island right here for someone to paint. To prevent others from wandering in by mistake, I asked that artist to paint thick fog and woodland here, so passersby wouldn't stray inside. We made a deal. As long as I play my song, the fog will disperse.
It's called Bizarre Melody. Okay. Sacred instrument? I think it's the ruler.
That's a cute puppy. Looks like it's taken a liking to you.
Now, the point of the Cosmicon Collective is to point out power scaling isn't real. That being said, I feel like Aha's conceptually stronger than Lan. Well, Lan doesn't have to destroy Aha, but I'm sure even just...
I'll just borrow sec?
Striking Planarcadia will definitely cause some damage to Aha and their power. Anyways, I just have a lot of theories I'm spitballing. That's what I do. Wait, what the? Ayy. Whoops. Whoopsies. Oh, sorry. I thought something fell down there, but I guess not.
Here we are.
Yum. What the? Bizarre melody. Oh, what the? Yo. New game mode? Oh. 1, 2. Yellow, green. Oh.
Let's go.
Orpheus's Lyre. Guys, you know what the music in this area reminds me of? The area in this music reminds me so much of Maple Story. Like some of the areas in Maple Story had this sort of calming music, and it's really, really nice. I really enjoy it, actually. Aha just gets to say reality works different now, so trying to power scale based off that is kind of useless. Yeah, I mean, trying to power scale any of the eons is probably just asking for a headache.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Compared to the Yuchue scenery, I suppose it's more natural.
Yo guys, we're in Genshin Impact! This is crazy!
Yes.
We're inside the teapot domain! We've entered the Genshin teapot domain! Yo! It's Liyue. Specifically the Liyue teapots.
What are you laughing at?
My apologies. I didn't mean to mock. I was merely curious. Is this
I'm a
thing
genius.
really the sacred instrument with which you pass judgment upon supplicants? Is it really just a literal ruler?
I'm a genius. She said the word measure and
The spirit branch of true law.
I clocked
When
it.
first appeared in the form of a blade 150 years ago. It could cleave a mountain in half with a single effortless swing.
Miss Evanescia, let's keep such fanciful tales between us, shall we? Best not go spreading them around. If any of the Cosmicon Collective players find out, we'll never hear the end of their complaints about how mountain-busting power levels are for noobs.
Speaking of the Cosmicon Collective.
I never expected a high-ranking Sanjo general to be so well-versed in the gossip here on Planarcadia.
Such is the way of a diviner. To enter a place is to observe its local custom.
I agree.
Same goes for us arbiters. Times change, and my babies have to change with them.
What's the point of going to new places if you're not going to observe the culture and customs that exist there? You know? Might as well just stay home.
Just picture it. A pretty
Traveling
girl
is
in a
like
school
nice because you can
uniform,
learn about the
striding through
world.
the streets with a giant sword slung over her shoulder. You're right.
Not that I have much experience with that, but traveling, I mean.
see you are a law-abiding citizen, Miss Evanescia. Cute.
She called her cute. Stop. They're both so cute. They're both so cute. What the hell? What the hell?
Now then, please begin your measuring.
They are so cute. They are so cute. Ooh. That's her symbol.
Weigh and sever this world, and engrave the laws of the cosmos. Spirit branch of true law.
She's so pretty.
By the scale that adjudicates reality and illusion, truth and falsehood. Measure for me all sins beneath the Phantasmoon that transgress the law.
Oh.
What is going on? It's telling me Fulwish is not a supplicant.
Oh.
If she's not a supplicant, then there's no way to judge whether she's transgressed or not.
But she claimed she was a supplicant. How do you claim that you're a supplicant without being an actual supplicant? Girl is cheating.
What do you mean?
No way. What if it's like, you know how the masks, because last patch we learned that the masks, right? The 3 members of Daybreak Squadron were all supplicants. So then I had the theory that, okay, maybe the abundance surgery, it connects everyone in a sort of hive mind, which makes sense based off of the cult. So then maybe everyone who's connected to the hive mind can be considered a supplicant in a way, can be considered a supplicant. But maybe what if they can be technically considered a supplicant without being like a proper supplicant because it's being split amongst the hive mind, right? Maybe Fulwish is part of the hive mind, so she can kind of be a supplicant, but then also it's like a loophole where she doesn't have to be judged by the ruler. Maybe.
If Fulwish isn't a supplicant, why would she openly declare that she's joining the Phantasmoon Games? And that mask, back of the altar, shaped like an 8-legged creature. Just who does it belong to?
Behind that mask, countless supplicants are wearing it. They're spread across all seafood. No, all of Duo mentioned City too. Supplicants, they're everywhere.
Yeah, so I think maybe that's a loophole where they can count towards the game without being able to have the rules enforced on them, which is that's bad. That's really bad, guys. That's really scary.
Not in the history of the Phantasmoon Games have I ever seen a situation like this.
General, someone is approaching your position. It's Dan Heng, and...
Oh my god, Yaoi meet Yuri! Yaoi meet Yuri!
Dan Heng, you've returned. And the one beside you. Blade. Or...
Oh true, she was trying to kill him.
Call you by your true name. One of the Xianzhou's most wanted criminals, Yingxing. You've delivered yourself into my hands. Good.
Saves me the trouble of looking for you.
General of the Yuchue, your vision remains confined within the laws of the Xianzhou.
Dan Heng is just awkward.
I came here to kill our common enemy.
3 men and I have 3 holes. Excuse me? Ayo, same.
Our common enemy. You are the Xianzhou's enemy. Ever since you became a Stellaron hunter, you have slain countless emissaries of judgment sent by the Shuling Palace of Law to capture you. You even incited the artisans of the Juming to reforge your blade, entangling them in your crimes.
Girl is listing his roster.
But your most unforgivable crime is daring to break into the Ten Lords Commission restricted area on the Xianzhou Yuchue with your accomplices. You destroyed the Ashen Steelwood, disturbed the slumber of our valiant heroes, and stole the secrets of the dead.
I'm assuming that's a weapon?
What kind of vision drove you to commit the countless crimes of your past? And what common enemy could possibly stand between you and me? By all means, enlighten me.
The way Ashveil is just smirking in the back, bro's watching this like entertainment. He's so uninvolved in whatever is the drama happening between the Shanzo characters. Bro's about to bring whip out some popcorn, I swear.
Oh? Well, I was in seclusion all these years. You've clearly been up to quite a lot.
Ashveil is a drama enjoyer.
If I'd known you were such a magnet for trouble back when you came to the Juming, begging for a sword, I would have dragged you out of the forge and drafted you into my crew myself. Tied up, if necessary.
Ashveil, was it necessary to blade tied up? Tie him tied up? Ashveil mentioned that for absolutely no reason. He said that he had no reason to say that. He had no reason to say that except for to shatter my sanity. Bro's trying to turn me into Blade, make me go crazy.
And this would be?
A pleasure to meet you, General Yao Guang. It's truly touching that my friends on the Xianzhou have kept me in their thoughts for all these years. I never change my name, no matter where I roam. I am La Mancha.
Why does... Bro, head of the Galaxy Rangers, one of probably the most feared individuals and well-known individuals in the galaxy, and bro gets a comics intro screen. This guy got the Comic Sans bright pink purple intro screen. Goofy Ranger. The Rizzler right here.
You're obviously using a fake name.
The head of the Galaxy Rangers. I didn't expect this trip to come with such a pleasant surprise.
General, I'm afraid old grudges will have to wait.
Isn't Evanescia low-key aware of everything, all of these things that are happening?
What we need to discuss concerns the survival of this world, and that catastrophic calamity you foresaw in your divination.
I won't deny the crimes you've listed.
I don't think you could, buddy.
But I know full well that the Xianzhou cares nothing for the life or death of someone guilty like me. What you truly want is to exact a blood debt from the nemesis who has repeatedly awakened demonic stars, summoned abominations, and could not be slain even after 100 deaths.
Wait, guys, the common enemy, including. Wait, but didn't Ashveil kill them before? This is referring to the Emanator, right? Shuhu? Because Shuhu is responsible for all the Shanzo shit. And then also Shuhu is responsible for Blade not being able to die. And then Ashveil also like ate Shuhu, no?
You wish to subdue the Emanator of the Abundance, Shuhu once again, and even deny them rebirth for all eternity.
Okay, so La Mancha defeated Shuhu, but then Shuhu has a chance of coming back. So Shuhu's the Emanator that's trapped here. Shuhu is the abundance abomination that Fulwish is trying to revive. Oh my god.
And now, General, I have brought this opportunity before you. If you are dead set on condemning me to answer for my crimes, I will submit to your judgment.
His fucking voice.
The Navis Astridura for the Shuling's Inquisition.
His voice. His voice. His voice.
But as I said, I did not come here today to play the savior. I came to stop the past from repeating itself. And to prevent our common enemy from having their way. General, if you do not want the fate of the Battle of the Fenghu from 30 years ago to fall at your feet, then you must believe what I am about to say. The happiness surgery, promoted by the Smile Society, utilizes none other than Shu-Hu's cells. Cells acquired from an unknown source.
You mean everyone who underwent the surgery
have all become supplicants. Once the wish power converges, the will of the flesh will awaken and turn every host into nourishment.
GG. GG. It is as we predicted. G fucking G.
The one wearing the eight-legged mask is not a single person. It is an emanator of the abundance, dismembered and currently parasitizing the bodies of the masses here.
Which makes sense, because obviously it has the 8 legs, so then symbolizing a bunch of multiple people. I mean, there's more than 8 people wearing that mask, but symbolically, compared to the other masks, it checks out.
Who on earth could have brought something so terrifying to Planarcadia?
Well, there's lots of culprits. It could literally be anyone. Literally anyone. Who knows? Sparksy? Hey, yo? Yo, time for some fun after all that doom and gloom. Alright.
We all saw it with our own eyes. You got your supplicant's mask stolen and were strung up for a beating.
Yeah, you even went out of your way to set up a live stream for yourself. Afraid the whole universe would miss your heroic bearing, huh? A live streamed public punishment.
Oh, she's getting flamed. She's getting flamed, guys.
What do you mean, stolen? Can a supplicant's affair be considered stealing? That's called tactical emotional engagement. A tactic and an art. Don't you get it? Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo!
The Astral Express's famous little raccoon. Did you miss my pranks?
That explains why in the mask looks wooden. Shu-Hu was described as a giant tree monster with many faces. The tree! The tree! The wood, in retrospect, is very obvious. Though, I mean, we kind of were piecing it together as the story was going by. So this isn't a surprise necessarily, but the fact that it all ties back to Shu-Hu specifically, though, yo, it's actually kind of in a way coming full circle, right? It's tying some of the Shanzo plot lines back together, which is really cool because the Shanzo plot lines were so long ago. You know, the Blade, Cloud Quintet, Shanzo stuff was from ages ago. So then I'm glad that they're able to kind of have this interconnected story and plot line that transcends just the one region from before.
My, oh my, talk about bad timing. My stream got banned, and the leader of the haters confiscated my supplicant mask. As for the debate, I'm afraid the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. But, seeing as you called, you clearly still have a shred of conscience left in you. Are you planning to give me a chance to haggle?
Answer me this question first. Is Fulwish really a masked fool?
The tavern doesn't exactly register every fool's name and address. But having watched your stream, I believe she is. As for why, call it a kindred intuition. And
a gut feeling.
Just listen to our slogan. Feeling smart. Feeling Arcadius. That level of crazy? She's a certified fool.
She just called her a fake ass bitch.
Most masked fools make a huge racket when they approach you. That, hey, look, I'm about to stir up some trouble vibe is impossible to hide. But Fulwish is clearly the exception. Her brand of crazy is calm and sophisticated. Look at that haute couture getup she's wearing. It's worth 10 times a normal person's salary. Who'd have guessed a career woman with state levels of wealth who was always preaching social welfare would be a masked fool? Simply the most exquisite disguise.
Oh my god. I feel like so many. I feel like Sparksy's out here calling out so many people right now. So many, like on all different levels. Content creators, politicians, public figures, just like every sort of person with a public facing thing. She is all encompassed slandering.
I'd like to ask you to look into her background for me.
Now that's going too far. You actually want me to betray another masked fool?
Give me the intel on Fulwish, and I'll return the mask to you.
Betrayal itself. That's the finest reward of all.
How dare you ask me to betray this masked fool? I'll give you your mask. Oh, betrayal is my favorite thing, actually. You didn't even have to give me the mask. Asking me to betray is more than enough.
Deal. Leave it to me. I'll contact you as soon as I get the intel.
And she immediately goes, folded faster than a piece of paper.
Fulwish. Is there really someone like that among the masked fools?
Folded faster than a blade of grass in a tornado.
How come I'd never heard of her? Maybe we should ask Giovanni about her. He's got connections everywhere after all.
Not long after, Sparksy arrived at Giovanni's location. Oh my goodness. Sparksy fucking sends me, I swear. I swear she's so funny, bro. Holy shit. Folded like origami, straight up. Yeah, okay, so looks like this is a good stopping point for today. We have 3 hours left, I think. 3 hours of no yap, so it'll be like 6 hours in the next one that you guys see. But yeah, I mean, the start to the story has been pretty interesting so far. Here's the thing. I feel like we haven't just started. We played like an hour and a half of the story, and I feel like I have learned so much already. Because sometimes, you know, the beginning of the stories, not too much happens, but dude, the lore drops, and then also the character dynamics. I'm so obsessed with Evanescia and Yao Guang. I swear to God, like I love them together. They're so interesting, so interesting, and their dynamic is so cool. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing the rest of this tomorrow. For those of you who are watching this YouTube VOD, I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. If you did enjoy, please make sure to smash like, subscribe. I'd super appreciate it. Comment down below, letting me know your guys' thoughts, how you feel about the story so far. And yeah, also join the Discord server if you want to come chat, hang out, and have a good time. And apart from that, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching YouTube. Take care, and see you guys in part 2, in which we will finish the rest of the story for 4.2. Bye-bye-bye!